Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I am in the Dollar Tree parking lot. I just voted. First time I vote in Mississippi. I have voted every presidential election since I was able to start voting. I don't do like the in-between stuff usually, but I did when it involved something that would affect my father and the lobster business. In Maine, there would be all kinds of things like for lobstering and stuff like that. And he would say, would you go vote for this for me? And I would say, yes, I will do that, Dad. So I would go vote if it was something that he felt was important and that it would affect his lobstering business. It's a beautiful gray day, but it is a little bit warm and humid. 71, that's still kind of warm to me. I don't know, so I have the AC on. So I voted, oops, hang on. I can't remember now what I was talking about, so let's just move on. I know I talked about voting, Dollar Tree. Okay, so I have two Dollar Trees now. One next to Walmart, very convenient for me, and one next to the post office, which I love. And the one next to Walmart has always sold, watch out, the like 34-gallon things of detergent. I'm not fussy about laundry detergent. The bigger one, and the other Dollar Tree only has the 21 loads, so I checked the original Dollar Tree. They don't sell the bigger ones either now. It's just 21 loads, so I'm gonna price and see what I can get cheap at Walmart per load or whatever, how many ounces, the price per ounce. Anyway, yeah, I'm frugal like that. I want to make sure I get the least expensive thing, you know, the price per. I'm a big price per kind of girl. And I didn't have my lipstick with me, but I'm running out of my duo lip, is that what it's called? And I get asked a lot about my lipstick, and you guys specifically like the pink that I usually use. I don't know if I put anything on my lips today. I don't know if this is the one, Twinkle, but I'm going to show you. It's a lip duo. Where does it say that? Right there. And it's a lipstick and it's a gloss. And I use the gloss and I like it. And if it runs out first, you can, I didn't know that, but you can pull these apart and carry around just the lipstick or just the gloss if you want, which is really convenient. And I just went with the lightest pink because I like the lightest pink. Again, I don't know, I think I did have Twinkle, and it shows that the gloss is a little bit twinkly. So that's the lipstick that I use and love, and I hate it when it goes away. Now I use Great Lash waterproof mascara when I go out, but I do like not waterproof during the week or when I'm not going out, and I just get the cheapest mascara. I always get Very Black with the Great Lash too. This is the foundation that I like, and I usually get medium. In the summer I get dark because I tan and my tone is darker. I like medium. I got two of those. And then I did get one like this. It's a benefit cream, but it's also a toner. It tones. And I did get a dark because sometimes I can only get light. And when I have a dark, I mix the two and it makes medium. See how I am? Pumpkin pie spice, because I make ice cream concoctions for Derek and Skylar, and LaShawn loves them too. Joe is not an ice cream eater, and I let the ice cream get soft and I put it in a bowl and I add stuff to it. And I had some peach cobbler that Joe wanted me to make, and I did, and he said, I'll only probably eat like one serving and then I won't want it for a long time. So is it something that you know Derek will eat? And I said yes, but I ended up putting it in ice cream, and I wanted some like apple pie spice or pumpkin spice. Oh, because I made him a pumpkin ice cream too, tabletop little pies, 2 mini apple pumpkin pies, and I crunched that up and put that in ice cream. And I didn't have apple pie spice or pumpkin spice, and I just used cinnamon, and it was good. But I got this at Dollar Tree, pumpkin pie spice, and he's gonna love that with a lot of different flavors. And So it's handy, and it's only $1.25. And then I love this now. I'm having a hard time getting my lime seasoning that I love so much. And but I picked up this tomato basil, and that's really good. I do a lot of cooking again for Derek and Skylar. And what's this? Last but not least, chopped chives. I like green flecks in soup when I make them soups. And I have basil, and then I wanted more green. That's it. That's what I got at Dollar Tree today. And I do want to talk to you a little bit again about the smoking thing, because some of you didn't quite understand my message, and you're all forgiven because I don't always explain things correctly. It might have sounded to you like the reason I dumped Red Truck Man is because he smoked, and that isn't. Again, I had it set in my mind that I was going to try to give it 3 months because it was like an experiment for me. People say, oh, you know, a lot can change. I think a lot does change in 3 months, and I think it gets worse. I don't think anything can start out weird or start out with red flags and get better. So, but I would say if it starts out good, definitely give it 3 months because it might go downhill. Most people are on their best behavior at the beginning, I would think. And then things might start to, you know, show up later. But mine had red flags the day I met him. The very first day I met him, I had red flags. And I was willing to just see what happened. I don't regret any of it. But yeah, he smoked, and just as a little quick recap, I asked him about a week in is the first time we watched TV together, and he was smoking. So the next time he asked me, which is just maybe a few days or a week later, I said, I asked, you know, would you mind smoking outside when I'm there? And he agreed to that willingly, happily, and he did that for just maybe a couple weeks or 3 weeks. And then we had the incident where I sat down and he lit up right. He was already smoking, and I sat down and when we were watching TV, and he hadn't done that. And I said, smoking? And he said, sorry. And he got up and he walked outside, and we never spoke of it again. I do remember at some point saying to him, look, I understand this is your home. You have the right to smoke. I don't know if we said it right then. I don't know if I followed him out to talk to him. I don't remember doing that. But I did bring it up because it's his place. He can smoke if he wants. The only thing is that I would not have been able to be there. Also, my place was not a place to hang out because it's like a work zone. And there's even a bed in my living room. The two bedrooms are workspace, office / shipping, and then fabric / sewing. And I don't have a setup with a TV like him, and, you know, so we weren't going to be hanging out at my place. And then he wasn't really going to hang out with me much in the bars at all. And at least at the bars, he could smoke outside. So the only time we would hang out is when we were doing stuff that he liked to do, which involved remote control cars in the heat. And he did smoke in his truck when we were going out. Never mentioned that to him. I never said, you know, gee, it really bothers me when you smoke in the truck too. And it did bother me. It bothered me a lot. And he would have his window opened, but what would happen is the smoke would just kind of blow to my side. The wind was coming in, and I didn't like it. And the smoking itself did bother me a lot. I had a tickle in my throat. It was bothering my eyes. When I would sleep there, I would wake up feeling not great just because of the secondhand smoke that's in his home all the time. It's raining. And I knew that he wasn't my forever guy, and I think he thought that we were going to be together for a long time because he would say so, because he was having it easy and good, and he probably thought that I would stick around no matter what, I guess, but that wasn't my plan. I wasn't going to stick around with someone who didn't show any interest in me or what I did. I know he wasn't into me. It wasn't the fact that he smoked that was, hang on. It wasn't the fact that he smoked that bothered me. It's the fact that he smoked right in front of me and just said, sorry. Now, somebody mentioned maybe it was just by habit, but that person also said right after, but then the sorry, you know, that I didn't like that. I didn't like that he couldn't have a conversation with me about it, and that he, you know, or if it was accidental, like, oh shit, I didn't even think, I would have totally accepted that. I would have accepted a, you know, geez, I'm sorry that I was just cranky there. I guess I do want to smoke in my own home, and I would appreciate it if I could do that, but then I know you won't hang out with me. So he could have had a conversation instead of just showing that side of him, because I didn't like that side of him. Anybody who just wanted to get away with something and kind of acted pissy that he couldn't get away with it, kind of like it was my fault, and it wasn't my fault. I asked and I was clear. I understand this is your home. You can smoke all you want in your home. I just can't be here. That's a boundary. And when I said that some people called me fussy, it wasn't over that. I don't think anybody called me fussy about not wanting to be around secondhand smoke and smelling like a fucking chimney that something died in. I mean, no. I'll talk about boundaries versus being fussy or having preferences later. He didn't respect the boundary that I had that he agreed to, and it was pissing him off. I think he was a man who was going to have a very hard time to show any true emotion. We never had a spat at all in almost 3 months, and I think that's because he just keeps everything shut down. That's not why I left him. And the fact that he started smoking in front of me isn't the reason I left him either. The reason I left is because I just got tired before the 3 months was up. So it was like the 2.5 month mark, and we had a big thing coming up that I was going to be with him again for like a 9-hour day in the heat and the sun, and I was just like, no, I'm over this. I don't feel like doing this anymore. So, because I knew the end was coming near, and I thought I would just end it. And do remember, after that incident, there were 2 times that he knew I was coming over and that I would be right there, and he'd be smoking at his computer in the kitchen, on the kitchen table. So he didn't respect the fact that I would be coming in and there would be fresh secondhand smoke. And then he did smoke in his back room, and that would be floating through his place, and he didn't respect that either. And yeah, so I just stuck it out because I wanted to see what would happen. But I will talk about boundaries and the difference between boundaries, being fussy, having preferences. Those are, I think, 3 different things. I don't know, fussy and preferences are very easily mixed up. They're probably about the same. But boundaries is a healthy thing, and you have the right to have boundaries. I have the right to not go out with a drinker, and no one should say, you really should give that guy a chance. Yeah, but he gets drunk and he passes out and he pukes, and give him a chance. No, nobody's going to say that, I don't think. Smoking, too. I think everybody is pretty much on board that if you don't want to be around a smoker, that's a tough thing to just overlook. And you know what's funny, though? I go to the bars all the time. Some people smoke and they stink and smell so bad if I give them a hug. Some, not at all. Truck man, I never smelled it on his body or his breath. I don't understand that, because I could not have put up with that. But he did not stink. I don't get it, but he just didn't. And not his breath, nothing. I never would have said, wow, this guy's a smoker. I don't know. Maybe it's because I got used to it enough in his home. Maybe that's it. Like, I was smelling it enough. I don't know, because I can't imagine smoking as much as he did and having it not stink. I don't know. Maybe, is it a difference in cigarettes? Because he made his own. He had a little cigarette making machine. And he didn't smoke other stuff. That was it. And he didn't drink. So people said, oh, I would choose a smoker over a drinker. If I had to have a choice, I would have said that too. I don't know. If I really had to choose, I almost think I'd have to have a drinker over a smoker, because I don't want to be sick by secondhand smoke. A drinker, they're only going to hurt themselves. I wouldn't be in a car with them. But I had no clue, and that's why I was willing to try hanging out with a smoker, because I forgot how much it stinks, and the fact that I'd be in somebody's home. But there are a lot of smokers. You guys chimed in the comments that even though you're a smoker, you always smoke outside. You don't even want to smoke in your own home. You know, it's not the smoking, though, that ended it. It was the boredom. I was bored. And I didn't like the red flag. That was absolutely a red flag, to light up knowing I was going to be sitting right next to him and then acting like, sorry, and then never saying anything to me. Never even coming back in and saying, gee, you know what, I am sorry now, because I lit up on purpose and I didn't care, and I should have explained that to you. Gee, get the fuck away from the front of my fucking car! I guess. And now he's gonna hit my fucking door when he... Hi. Please don't hit my door. Now I'm going home, and I am going to an appointment with Joe today, a neurologist appointment where he's getting results. And he asked me if I'd go with him, and I said, yes, I will do that. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with more soon. Bye.